Welcome back. In this video, let's talk about what are the different terminologies which are associated with object-oriented programming. In the previous video, we learned that object-oriented programming is all about objects, the state of the objects and the behavior. What we are seeing in here is a simple class. This does not really follow the Java syntax. I just created a simple template kind of thing to just represent a class, and I'm creating two instances of the class in here. What is a class? A class is nothing but a template. A class can define what are the data that an object can have and what are the actions that can be performed on an object. A class is like a template. For example, a person is a class. An object is an instance of a class. So when we talk about person class, the instances can be Mahatma Gandhi, Nelson Mandela. So a person class defines the attributes that are related to a person, and each object of that specific class, each instance of that specific class, for example Nelson Mandela or Mahatma Gandhi, can have different values for the attributes of the class. Let's consider this example, right? So we have a planet class and we are creating two instances, Earth and Venus. You can have other instances as well, Mars, Jupiter. So this is a class which defines that a planet in general will have a name, location and a distance from the sun. And Earth is a specific instance of that planet, and for Earth the name is Earth, location is, let's say, specific coordinates of the Earth, and the distance from sun for Earth would have a different value compared to the other instance of planet, Venus. If you are aware of the solar system, then you would know that Venus, the distance of Venus from sun is less than that of the Earth from the sun. So the distance from sun for Venus would have a different value compared to the distance from sun for Earth. So a class is a template, an object is an instance of that template, Earth, Venus. The member data, state or fields are the data which are present in every object. So for each of these fields, Earth can have a different value and Venus can have a different value. So this is called member data, or this is also called the state of an object. This is represented by using something called fields, or these are also called member variables. The last terminology which is frequently used in object-oriented programming is related to the methods which are defined in a class. These methods are said to be representing actions that can be performed on a specific object. So you can say earth.revolve, earth.rotate, or you can say Venus rotate. So these are the actions that can be performed on different objects. This is called behavior of a class. Behavior of a class is the actions that can be performed on its objects. The idea behind this video was to give you a quick introduction to all the terminology related to object-oriented programming. So a class is a template, an object is an instance of that template. The member data is what data an object can contain, and behavior or actions are what are the actions, what are the methods that can be called on a specific object. Let's end this video with a few exercises. So think about an online shopping system and try and identify what are the different things that are involved in creating an online shopping system. So try and identify the objects, try and identify what kind of data would be associated with each object, and also what kind of behavior would be associated with each of those objects. And the second one is much simpler exercise. So think about a person class. Think about what can be the data which can be present in that, and also think about what are the actions that can be performed on it. So think about those two things. Those would be an interesting exercise as far as object-oriented programming is concerned. I'll see you in the next video.